Hello, kiddos. Here is our math for Wednesday, April 29th. We're on lesson 22. All right, the first couple of pages are the family pages. You can look at those or show your mom and move on. We're on page 539. What happens when you measure the same object using different units? So, model it. Kim and Nadia measure the same piece of fabric. Fill in each blank. Kim reads the length in inches. This one is inches. How many inches are there? Looks like there are what? When you look at your paper, you can see there are 36 inches. Okay? Nadia reads the length in feet. Do I need to move that down a tiny bit? There you go. 36 inches. Nadia reads the length in feet. How long is the fabric in feet? So this is a foot. 1 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet. How many feet are there? There are 3 feet. Okay, get that written. If you need to, remember, pause the video to catch up to me. All right, we're on our next model it. Page 540. 12 inches equals 1 foot. 12 inches equals 1 foot. Look at the ruler. Which unit is greater? Is 1 inch greater or 1 foot greater? Greater means what? Bigger. So 1 foot is greater. Would you use more feet or more inches to measure the same object? How do you know? What would you use? Would you use more feet or more inches? You would use more inches. How do we know? Because an inch is shorter than a foot. So it would take more inches than feet. Right? Because we learned there are how many inches in a foot? 12. 12 inches in a foot. All right, reflect. Why would you measure something in feet instead of inches? Why would you measure something in inches instead of feet? Well, I would measure in inches if it's small, right? I would measure using feet if it's bigger. Okay? Pause the movie if you need to and write it all down. Okay, the next page is prepare for measuring using different units. A unit of length. Okay, here's our examples. Don't write these down unless you want to, but I don't need you to. The units that you can count to tell how long something is. Here's a ruler. It uses inches. The number does not have a unit length. Okay? Inches, centimeters, yards, and meters. All of them are units of length. Different ways that we can measure things are units of length. So the unit of length on this ruler is a what? Centimeter. You can write that down unless you don't want to. Centimeter. Okay? Move to the next page. Okay, look at the yardstick. Which unit is longer? 1 foot or 1 yard? Well, remember, we have how many feet in a yard? We have 3 feet in 1 yard. So which unit is smaller? 1 foot or 1 yard? 1 yard is longer. I think I said which one is smaller, but 1 yard is longer. Would you use more yards or more feet to measure the same object? How do you know? Well, yards and feet, which one's smaller? Because that's what you'd use more of. You would use more feet. Sorry. More feet. A foot is shorter than a yard. So you need more feet than yards. Okay? When you're measuring. Why would you measure something in yards instead of feet? Why would you measure something in feet instead of yards? The same thing as we did feet and inches. I would measure using yards something that is longer. I would measure, using feet, something that is smaller. Okay? Pause the video, get it copied, or something like that. You don't have to say my words. Yours just has to say something like that. Okay? Develop. We are on page 543. Model it. Measure in inches and centimeters. Fill in each blank. Use a ruler. Measure the length of the paperclip in inches and centimeters. Pause it. Go do it. You can do it. Get out your measurer. The paperclip is how many inches long? I hope you paused it and did it yourself so you didn't cheat. It's 2 inches long. The paperclip is how many centimeters? When you flip your ruler to the small side, make sure you're starting on the 0, and it is how many centimeters long? It is 5 centimeters long. The leaf, measure it. In inches, the leaf is about how long? 3 inches long. The leaf is about how many centimeters long? 8. Remember, you just have to kind of go what it's closest to. Okay, I hope you paused and did those without my help. Same thing on this. Pause the video, see if you can figure them out. All right, circle the longer object. Would it take the eraser or the button, which one's longer? Well, we know the eraser is longer. We can tell, right? Circle the longer object. Would it take fewer erasers or fewer buttons to measure the length of your pencil? Well, if this one's longer, it would take fewer what? Fewer erasers. Okay, complete the problem below. If you measure the length of your math book, will it take more inches or more centimeters? Which will it take more of? More centimeters, why? Same thing as we've been talking about. Because centimeters, meters are smaller than inches. There you go, boom. All right. Use a ruler, measure the marker below in inches and in centimeters, then circle the one you need more of. How many inches is this? Pause it, go do it. You can figure it out. It's what? It's 4. And how many centimeters is it closest to? Pause it. 10. I hope you didn't cheat. Go try and measure it. Learn to measure. Okay, it's your turn. Go try 545, 546. Have your mom or dad or your friendly brother or sister help you correct it. And no whining. You know how to do this. Have a great day.